How are things going, people? How are the things? How am I doing? I'm in one of these weird mental states where, like, I kind of need a break, but I don't want to take a break from working. Like, I get in these sometimes because there's just a lot to do. And nobody's going to do it if I don't do it. But I should take a break. And I don't know, kind of took a little bit of a break. The other problem is my sleep has been going forward. So I tried to go to bed last night and got up again. And then I was up till 6:30 in the morning. So, and then I finally woke up at like 1 in the afternoon. So things are off a little. They're off a little bit. Okay. So I don't know. I don't know about that. I wish I had more of a comment here. Go, go, tower campers. So I'm just trying to think about, I want to review all this stuff because we've got a few if statements that do various things based on our output type, and those things may need to corroborate. Or, it may be doing, there may be some things that are done because of coordination at multiple points. Thus, do meditation techniques help with sleep? Probably, yeah. Probably. It's just, I'm also, like, there's different kinds of not sleeping. And for me lately, when I don't sleep, it's because I just have tons of energy for some reason. Right? And if I have tons of energy, forcing myself to sleep doesn't work very well. And why not just get up and do stuff, right? Do I ever use guides when playing puzzle games myself? No. 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 Okay. Skip entry point patches. This definitely needs to be a little bit different. In fact, we may just want a Boolean that we set. I think this is irrelevant to what I'm thinking about. This is annoying. But we want to change this. Yeah. Okay, we're just going to factor it out. We're going to just make a little function that says inline bool should export system entry point build options const options, and we're going to say return true if options dot output flags and this thing return true or return false. Okay, so we're going to use this. Come on, Emacs. Bro, Emacs bro. Okay, if we should not export system entry point. Okay. Hopefully that's right. Hopefully I'm not negging a neg. Oh, we literally just edited that. Okay, what does this mean? Well, so that's for the user entry point, which is different. Okay. So let's just why am I looking at the debug menu? So we have things that may be out of sync. I mean, look, if you're playing a puzzle game and you don't understand the answer to something right now, maybe it's not a good game. Maybe you should go play other games and practice and get better. Maybe your mind just hasn't clicked into the solution. It's very rare. I don't know. Like if you look up the answer on the internet, it's very rare that that improves your experience of a game. The thing I'm thinking is, I do not have the example that I could use to test this. You know, I can test that it doesn't break stuff that exists, but I don't really have the test case, and I don't want to guess what it is. So this dude can send me a test case if he's unhappy. Which currently just has a flag that containing the startup code in modules runtime support. Okay. How'd the gun trip go? I didn't go because I woke up too late. Like I did do some other stuff when I woke up that I wanted to get taken care of, and by the time I did that stuff, it was like 5 p.m. and it was obviously time to go get a hamburger. Actually, it was like almost 6 p.m. I mean, I could ship a compiler beta tonight. There's enough things in here that people are waiting on that maybe we should. All right, so linker error when trying to print a procedure. This is a bug reported by a beta user. Yeah, he's trying to use a polymorphic function, but it's okay. It's not. All right. This is exactly the kind of thing I don't want to think about because I'm a little tired. But I will show you the thing that doesn't work, and I'll explain why it doesn't work. It's very simple. Oh, in fact, it's literally what I already had in this file. Okay, we ran through this a little bit yesterday, but the thing is, if this is polymorphic, like as in has types that need to be matched by solving, then we detect it. But if it's only got an auto bake, we do not. Now, probably the right thing to do. Okay. What it used to be is we used to check these two flags, because there's a flag for polymorphic and a flag for auto bake that go on the type of the procedure. So you can tell just by checking a flag, right? You don't have to do some complicated inspection of the thing. Now, that used to be two separate flags, and I was checking them redundantly everywhere. And then I was like, look, auto bake is just polymorphic, really? So, why don't we just flag auto bake things as polymorphic? And then that should just work. And maybe I'm not doing that correctly, or maybe I tried that and it didn't totally work. So I don't know. Dude, he keeps using the euro dot dot dot. All right. Um, I mean, I should at least look at this a little bit. It's the problem is if I want to just maybe go to bed soon or at least take a nap soon because it's late in my time zone. Um, it's not necessarily the best thing to start because it could turn into a big, like, okay, here's what I'm picturing in my head is I say, well, let's just use the polymorphic flag. Okay. Well, the polymorphic flag is used all over the place in the compiler, like all over the place. And so when we change who has that set, the potential ramifications spread quite far. And it's not like there are things we can't fix. We totally can, but um, you know, see, I've even got this comment. This may be redundant with polymorphic. There's a lot of instances of the polymorphic flag. There are many fewer here. Check whether you set the polymorphic flag. Don't require a separate check anymore. I vaguely remember doing this. In December 2018, I wrote that. See, here we're checking auto bake or macro expansion. You know what? Let's just factor the bug fix out from the other thing, because attempt to take the L value of a polymorphic expression. So I could make an accessor for this. Because the problem is we use this flag all over the damn place, sometimes to implement polymorphism and sometimes to do checks like this, right? So I could make a little accessor that I start switching to for things like this. I'm just looking. See, this is the flags we were looking at a minute ago were procedure specific flags. And now I'm just looking at the general flags. General flags. See, the downside to the approach that I was just describing is it does add another frickin' thing to the compiler. All right. I want to make a little note in my change log. Well, let's look at it. Who calls this function? People like, these are declarations. Here we check this, and in fact, if instead we said has no runtime representation, most of these flags go in there. Here, we're doing a similar, well, this is like should skip. Why am I not calling should skip build here? But anyway. Now that said, the accessor that I was just thinking of making would be wrong for this case. I was thinking about introducing a thing called like has no runtime representation. But I was thinking about that as including procedures that only happen at compile time. And that is not the case here. Okay, I'm going to make a thing called procedure is not concrete. Right? And we're just going to use that, and then we can combine the flags later. See, I don't know. See here. I'm just going to put a note on this. Okay. Why are these here? Anyway. Okay. Boy, my brain wants to rest. Let's like there's all these prototypes of the thing and hardly anyone calls these. Okay. All right, so we had should skip emit. That was the thing we were looking at. Okay. We're going to make another procedure. We're going to go inline bool has no concrete code. I don't know. See, we're setting this skip, and then we're just, there's never a setting it to false, so instead of skip equals, we're just going to say return. That might have been different at some point in time. Okay, so we would like this to just flag it. See, if it's for a run directive, it has concrete code, but it's compile time only, which is like a different thing, right? That said, we actually, for this error, well, we'll see. We'll see. Let's say has concrete code. Okay, so that's easy. Go, go, tower camper. Do. Okay, so yeah, I'm just trying to think about how far I should push this change right now. I'm being really slow for what's really a simple change. It's just I don't want to make more mess. Okay, so this thing here, right, shouldn't be necessary here, right? And then is polymorphic function shouldn't be necessary. It should just be if because we know it's a procedure. So what we're going to do is to later on assert that neither of these is true if these aren't true. But first we want things to run just with it. So so I can go first to our specific error, and then we can retcon other things. So our specific error was, what was it? We know from running this thing. Take the L value. There were a couple, right? So here, we could go, oh, it's a frickin', okay, has concrete code seemed simpler, but it's going to be better if I do it this way. It's just going to, trusting. Okay, so okay, so it's confusing. The double negatives are confusing. See, caller probably already has this. Okay, so if it has no runtime representation because it is. Okay. So there's that. Let's just make that compile. What is it? Oops. Why do I keep... Go tower camper. Do 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 do. Okay. That's great. And we could explain this. This is probably what I do after I try to go to bed and I only sleep for like 10 minutes. But then I wake up with all sorts of new energy to do things. Okay, now instead of this, we're going to go this, and this causes a related but different error message. It has a polymorphic type. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Now, the whole deal here was, do these go off when we switch this back to this now? No. Fuck. Okay, how about this one? Okay. Did I remember to recompile? Yes. Okay, so this one goes. This one doesn't, which is annoying. I mean, what? P. This is not P. Are we running some other program? No. Oh, I left this in, that's why. Camper. Okay. What? No. Okay, guys, because this deuterino, okay, the way we're supposed to catch this is on the declaration. We're supposed to see the problem because we can check the type, but we can't. There's no way for the type to propagate. All right. So despite all my pussyfooting around, I think I have to flag it polymorphic. Because, or I would have to propagate some totally other thing up. And that does not sound good. I'm getting bothered by Skillshare.com, who wants me to come make shitty videos or whatever. Let's go see what skills they are sharing. Oh, it's not just for programming. Okay. I can guess what the programming is. Can I search? It's not even on the thing. Not even on the thing. Rip. Alrighty. So we didn't break anything yet. That's fine, because we've barely done anything and it's been an hour. I mean, I basically have to flag it as polymorphic. And that's going to make a mess. So I'm going to try this and I'm going to see how bad the damage is. And then I'm probably going to not want to deal with it tonight and hang up. Because I do need a break. And I'm just doing this as a little bonus. I've gone weeks without a break, guys. Let's just get a little more information then. So in Typer, right? So this is in check function header, which is where we decide if a procedure is polymorphic. We are looking, I mean, I'm sure we set the lambda requires auto bake, right? Yeah, this is one of the first things we do. Right, if there's an optional auto bake, that's no big. No big whoop. Okay, so all right. Just to get rid of that flag I was thinking of. Are you playing for something for break? No, I like by break I mean like break from chat. Not necessarily, but break from doing all these things that we usually do. It's just, it's this occupational hazard where I should take a break, but again, I feel like there's too much to do. I feel like my entire life will break down and everything will fail. Really? This all just worked. I expected that not to work. And now that just worked. Dude, I thought that was going to be a nightmare. I just frickin' flagged it. You know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to take a break tonight on a W. Because this means two things. One, we fix the bug. Two, we can clean up this other redundant flag checking, right? So that's actually very good for us. It like opens doors. See, okay. See, here's the thing too. Like if I didn't feel like I was overworked and had projects I need to finish, I really like during vacation, like Christmas vacation, just like chilling and like doing a better job of things or doing something new that like pushes things further. And I would like to feel like I'm in a good position to do that for some stuff. And I won't feel that way if I'm burned out, which is another reason to take a break. But yeah, this is actually good. I expected to hit compile and see a bunch of test fails and be sad, but that is not the reality. Did I see that Bob pulled off the no bullet nuke challenge? Yes, I saw. Congratulations to Gary and Bob and Dill for the trio's no bullet nuke challenge. It was very, very, very close on the end there. Trying to do a solo run for 25K. Well, I hope he could do it. Yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone. We just did a little. Here's the thing. I feel like I wanted to take a break, but I also wanted to make some progress. I came here, I sat down, I started doing some stuff. Actually, did we check in anything else? Only earlier today. Oops, why am I doing that again? I feel like I did something else before this, right? Well, I fixed a memory leak before the stream that was reported. We did this. Oops, I should have checked that in separately. All right, so we did like two things. It's been an hour, and that's extra progress. It's like, even if you feel tired and you don't want to do a bunch, you just do a little bit. And then that's more than if you hadn't done anything, right? So there we go. All right, thanks everybody. We'll see what happens. I might do streams this weekend. I might be driving this weekend. I might be taking the day off out at the beach. We'll see. See you later.